Hi, I'm Dr. Patty Ford. Thank you for being here. Here's a quick tip on if you are wanting to know, well, should I be supplementing with anything? Well, the most popular 3 supplements that I hear people talk about are omega-3 fatty acids, or EPA and DHA. Sometimes that includes vitamin D, but vitamin D would number 2. And then third, super popular, is magnesium. All 3 can be very valid supplements and used in any sort of repletion or protocol, or you're trying to increase those things. You can sort of produce different omegas in your body, but omega-3s and omega-6s you need to eat to get enough. So where you can find them in foods, actually, omega-3s carry 2 hormones called EPA and DHA, which are so good for brain health. They are so good for your heart and joints. And they actually can help with anti-inflammatory processes, which is good. Inflammation can be good sometimes, but also good to decrease your inflammation. So top foods containing both omega-3s and 6s, fatty fish, so salmon, mackerel, or even sardines. I know that's a hard taste for some, but sardines are great. And then plant-based, chia seeds, flax seeds are like the unsung heroes. I always recommend them to a lot of people because they're also really easy on digestion. And then walnuts, actually. People always say eat nuts. Walnuts are the only nut that actually have omega-3s. And so if you're leaning on almonds or cashews, they actually don't have any. So lean on walnuts. A serving is 4, so you don't need much, but you could sprinkle them in salads or dishes or eat them raw. Vitamin D is also in fatty fish. So if you're eating fatty fish, you're getting both 2 of the most popular supplements. Egg yolks. I know cholesterol and yolks got a really bad rap in the 80s and 90s. They're not as demonized currently. In some spaces they still are. Mushrooms that actually are exposed to sunlight, that will actually help with making the vitamin D in your body. And then in the United States, we fortify foods with vitamin D, and that's a whole nother topic. Some people believe that's not good enough, but they are fortified. And so I would lean on fatty foods like eggs and fish, or mushrooms. All right, lastly, why vitamin D is important. That can help with regulation of your bones. Your bone health is really important. You want it to be strong, especially if you're Caucasian. You're more susceptible to decreased bone density. It also helps with your immune system, and then it can help with some mood regulation. Magnesium, people are using in oils and sprays and orally ingesting it and all of these things. If you can do that if you want to, but if you want to get it from foods, green leafy foods like spinach or Swiss chard. Also, we're going back to your nuts and seeds. So especially things like pumpkin seeds or almonds and cashews. And then if you sprinkle in walnuts, then you're also getting your omega-3s. If you're doing any plant-based like black beans or lentils, they have a ton of magnesium, and also whole grains. So if you are a vegetarian, you're most likely, and you're leaning on dark green leafy foods and lentils and beans, you're most likely getting a ton of magnesium, which is awesome. If you're eating mostly fast foods or processed foods, you might be missing some. And so leaning on foods first, supplement later, I like to kind of advocate for. I think that's more focusing on behavior change, but I'm not saying they're bad. But leaning on your foods first can be very wise. I hope this helps. Like and follow along for more. Okay, bye.